Hey there! If you would like to work on your balance, then this is the perfect video for you. We're going to do some warm-ups and stretches to help you find balance within your body. So if we haven't met yet, my name is Frances Eve, and I've created Holistretch to help you feel good and free in your body. To start, just go ahead and lay on your mat and rest your hands at your core muscles. This is your lower abdominal region. So your hands just resting below the navel. And what you want to do is begin to activate this muscle. So you'll start to squeeze up that muscle into your hands by subtly tilting the hips up, squeezing the muscles below the belly button, and relax. Lift up and squeeze, and relax. And you want to do this about 10 times, squeezing up and relaxing. The core muscles, your lower abdominals, is really what helps you create and maintain balance in the body. So by strengthening this, we have a better chance of balancing. So now we're going to go into some sit-ups, hands behind your head, and you're going to focus on squeezing from those lower abdominals to lift yourself up. Pressing your low back on the mat, we'll do 10. When you come in, curl the hips and the abs. And when you release, exhale and fully release. Go ahead and lift up the right leg so your knee is about 90 degrees toward your hip. And notice which muscles are being contracted here at the lower abdominal. Lift up, hold, and pressing your back flat on the mat, and release. Squeezing the abs to lift up the left leg. Hold it 90 degrees. Keep squeezing. Nice easy breaths. And drop down and up. And we'll end by squeezing the knees into the chest. And nice big breaths in here. Go ahead and rock yourself up to sitting. We're going to get on our hands and knees.
Can you do what you want to do? 'Cause I believe that it's rare.
And make sure that your knees are right underneath your hips and your hands are right underneath your shoulders. And have a neutral neck. Going to focus on some cat-cows. So releasing the spine, exhaling and rounding up, inhaling. Nice big round spine. And now lift up the right arm and the left leg. So we're balancing here, keeping a straight left leg and a straight right arm. You can pulsate the leg up and down, maintaining the balance between the right arm and the left leg. Keeping those abdominals tucked in. And after you've held about 10 seconds, come back to your hands and knees. And we'll come back to neutral with some cat-cows.
as the old long
And get ready for the right leg
I'll never do
and the left arm.
what I'm told to, unless the voice comes from within, combined with
Lifting the right leg up
again.
straight
The inner room
and left arm, creating a line.
didn't know, deaf and blind.
You can pull the right leg down and up, keeping it straight, keeping your abs tucked in, seeing how high you can lift that arm. And after 10 seconds, lay down in child's pose. Relax that low back and the hips. Nice breaths. And now coming up once again on the hands and knees, lifting up the right arm and the left leg straight up. And hold. This time we're going to squeeze the knee into the elbow and then straight back out. So we're challenging the balance quite a bit. Knee to opposite elbow. And when you've done that, slide your right arm underneath the left for thread the needle. It's a great stretch for the upper mid back. Nice work. Come back to hands and knees and lift up the opposite right leg and left arm, stretching straight up, and then meet the right knee and left elbow. And balance. Go ahead and thread the needle on this side. Left arm underneath right, stretching the upper mid back. All right, wonderful job. Good work. Go ahead and come out of it and keep your legs out spread in front of you. So not spread too far that it's painful, but you do want to give yourself a little bit of a challenge. So keep them wide. And then we're going to bring the arms up above the head, stretching over the right leg. And then up and stretching over the left. So we'll go back and forth. Inhale up, exhale to the right. Inhale up, exhale to the left. Next time you come down to your original leg, just go ahead and stretch forward. See if you can get a deep hamstring stretch in both legs. And then lean over to the right leg. Go ahead and round the spine and drop the neck. And from here, go ahead and lift up the left arm. Get a nice side bend stretch. And moving on to the left, rounding over, getting a nice hamstring stretch. And keeping the left hand down, raise the right arm up. Wonderful side body stretch here. All right, go ahead and bring the legs in, back together. And we're going to come up and down into a low lunge. So keeping the right leg in front, the left leg straight behind. Try and maintain your balance here as you drop the knee a few times and lift back up. Keeping that strength and that balance. And then from here, dropping the left knee and pressing the hands on that top leg, straightening the spine. This is great for the hip flexor. And as an extra challenge, go ahead and lift up that back leg by curling your toes and lifting the knee. And remember to breathe in here. And go ahead and come back down to that neutral hands and knees. And then switching legs. So this time the right leg comes back behind you. Deeply stretching those hip flexors. Keeping the spine perfectly straight, head up. And go ahead and challenge yourself, lifting up that back leg all the way. And then coming back down to hands and knees, neutral balance. Go ahead and slowly make your way to straight leg and bend over and then curl yourself up. We're going to go into a high lunge. So the right leg in the front, left leg in the back. You can clasp your hands together to open up the chest and the shoulders. Really pressing back through those hands. And leaning slightly forward to get a nice deep lunge. You want to keep your spine straight. And then as an added challenge, we're going to clasp the hands in front of us in prayer or just clasped. And then move into a prayer pose with your elbow on the back of the knee. So if your right leg's in front, the left elbow will be in the back of the knee, hands pressed in prayer. Inhale, come back up, straighten both legs, and switch sides. Left leg in the front, nice deep bend, deep stretch. Lunging the left leg straight out behind you. The right leg. Keeping your spine straight and your hands together, we'll deeply bend that left leg, and the right elbow comes to the outside of that knee. Hands clasped together or in prayer pose. This is really a great spine opener and challenges you on balance. Excellent. When you're done with that, we'll come back to our knees. Into prayer. Just take some deep breaths in here. Seeing if you notice any difference in your body with the balancing exercises that we did. Gently make your way up to standing. And this time we're going to see if we can balance with our eyes closed. So you want your feet about hip distance apart, maybe slightly wider. And just close your eyes and notice how well balanced you are just in here. It's always an added challenge to close your eyes, as when you don't have anything to focus on, it's a bit harder to stay in one spot. But it's nice to test yourself to see how much you can balance. So then when you've done that, go ahead and bring your feet even closer together under your hips and try again, closing your eyes. Notice that the balance is a little bit more off this time. And we'll give yourself a little challenge even further, lifting that left foot up into the right ankle. See if you can do this with your eyes closed, and you might fall. I definitely was falling with my eyes closed, and then you can try it with your eyes open to see if it's possible for you. If you want to do this with your eyes open, just make sure you're focusing on one spot a few feet ahead of you, and then switch. I want to thank you guys for joining me on this balancing video. If balance is truly a difficulty for you, then practicing this video on a consistent basis will certainly help your balance and your flow. And if you'd like to work with me personally, send me a message or comment below if there's any other type of body work that you would like to learn about. As you can see, I'm furthering challenge by lifting the left leg high and then the right leg high. So there's always a little more you can do to challenge yourself on your balance. But ultimately, it will serve you throughout life, creating that balance everywhere you go. Many blessings. Take care.